Okay, I think that we will go ahead and get started. We have everybody here. So I just wanted to welcome everybody to our first ever virtual graduate reception. We, when everything happened and everything kind of was shutting down and schools were closing, we had a meeting here at the foundation, and we just really felt like it was important to honor our graduates as we went through this. So we talked with Doyon Limited and partnered with them, and their IT department has been so amazing and supporting us in getting this started and getting this together for us. So thank you to Doyon Limited for partnering with the foundation and honoring our grads. So we're really sad that we can't see you in person today. We're excited for the opportunity to include students and supporters from across the country in a way that we've never done before. For years, one of our favorite things is to have our graduate reception and honor our students in a meaningful and memorable way. We all deserve the honor of being recognized, and especially you at this time. We know that you have been through a lot, and your resiliency has been amazing. For you to get to this point after going through school closures and going fully online for your classes, congratulations. We're so proud of you, and I hope that you're very, very proud of yourself. You've shown true strength, just as our ancestors have taught us. One quote that I want to share with you all is by Linda Hogan. She says, "Suddenly all my ancestors are behind me. Be still," they say, "watch and listen. You are the result of thousands." Your ancestors are behind you, above you, all around you, celebrating you and your accomplishments. So good job. Good job on your success. They worked very hard for us all their lives, and they broke trail for us to get to this point, for you to get to the point that you're at right now. We can't wait to see you soar. Your resiliency has been amazing, and we know that you're going to be soaring in your future. So congratulations again. So as we begin, I'd like to invite Alan Hayton, our Language Revitalization Program Director, to say a short prayer.
Ik wou dat de goeie die laat je in de drink wat dat zeggen je hij naar na dat Tinder en chills ja nee queen clock qua graduate gehelet kinje short and we ai dat qua inly ai qua sanat sit met het kwani dan kuji met sinne dan sak qua inly God in dark head tree coca I kegwa that with the gojach in leads diha in the G non katatak go dina na coca that sak non legit go aids and the green G go velen that sak jeka kuchent och at coca tea kunzit geheya and jit go Dinju nai go quake it go to Kahenja and Jit Queen Cloak to Gijik Queensy go to Quaya and Jit Nazahata Green G the Tuck Noji the Dingy Voji chill age at Nazahata Green G. Amen.
Thank you, Alan. So now I'm going to turn it over to Aaron Shutt, President and CEO of Doyon Limited, to say a few words. Aaron?
Thank you, Doris. Congratulations to all the graduates and to the parents and supporters of all the graduates. We know, as Doris already said, how much effort it really takes to get through every level of education. It's both the individual's effort and all of their supporters, financially, emotionally, sometimes help with the homework too. One thing that I'm always proud of with the Doyon Foundation is seeing all the faces. And as we're doing this year online, normally we'd see you, or many of you here in Fairbanks, and honor many others with the faces on the wall. We're all out in our individual spaces, but we're celebrating together, and that's a great opportunity for us in the time of technology to still be able to recognize each of you and your accomplishments, wish you the best going forward, and recognize the vision of Doyon's leaders in the late 1980s to form the Doyon Foundation 30 years ago and provide so much opportunity for our people and our descendants to better themselves and bring those skills and talents back to our Doyon people in Interior Alaska. So again, on behalf of Doyon, our board of directors, and our management team, we congratulate each of the graduates. We thank you for representing us so well to get through your studies, and we wish you the best. We do look forward to seeing you in person at some point here, hopefully in the near future. And again, this is your day. We really celebrate with you. So I'll turn it back over to you, Doris.
Thanks so much, Aaron. And next we have a few words from our amazing board president, Jennifer Fate. She's also a Doyon Limited board member. Jennifer?
Thank you, Doris. Congratulations, graduates, and congratulations to your families and all of your loved ones. It's a big day today, and I brought a cap so that we can all celebrate with you. We're very excited, and I also wanted to put this picture behind me, which is a picture of the Yukon River with a rainbow in it, and it's taken from the fish camp where we've always gone and where my mom was born, Mary Jane Fate, and my grandmother and grandfather, Sally and Tom Evans, Sally Woods and Tom Evans, and also our ancestors, Idat, Sidat, Udadalnot, people who came before us. And like us, many of your parents and grandparents lived their lives on the Yukon, on rivers and tributaries, living off the land and fishing to survive. And years ago, they fought for your right to an education and to the opportunities made possible with this education. And today, we don't just honor you, we also honor all of these great accomplishments that you've done, and we honor them for leading that way for all of us. As you go into the future with the skills that you've gathered in your education, built out of hard work and commitment, remember these touchstones where you come from, and also remember how those before us fought so hard for your advancement. And we really wish you luck, and we're so excited for you to move on to your next step and reaching for those opportunities. So good luck and thank you, and we're all super excited for you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Jennifer. We're going to move on to our speakers, but before we do that, I'd like to introduce some of our other board members that are present. And if you guys are on video, and if you're not on video, you should be on video. If you're here and on video, if you could just wave. Our other board members are Laverne Dementif, she's our vice president. Laverne Huntington is our secretary treasurer. And our members are Jennifer Adams, Matthew Calhoun, Marie Cleaver, Mariah Pitka-Jenkins, Santa Roach, and Aaron Roth. And so some of our staff members are also present, and I'd also like them to wave when I say their names. Alan Hayton is our Language Revitalization Program Director. Delula Erickson, she's our Doyon Languages Online Project Manager. Dewey Hoffman, she's also a Doyon Languages Online Project Manager. Kimberly Nicholas is our project coordinator for DLO. There's Dewey. And where's Delula? I'm looking for you guys. Jennifer Mayo Shannon is our admin assistant for the scholarship program. Kirsten Milk is our scholarship data entry technician. And Kaylee Nelson is our admin assistant. So that's our magnificent team at the foundation. So without further ado, I think I'd like to turn it over to Matthew Calhoun. He's a board member for Doyon Foundation, like I said before, and he's also an alumni. Matthew, if you wanted to go ahead and introduce yourself and say a few words to our grads.
Thanks, Doris. So my name is Matt Calhoun. The Doyon Foundation has helped me all the way through bachelor's to the PhD, and I really couldn't have done it without the foundation support. And So I have a few things. I just want to say congratulations to all the you're not students anymore, you're graduates now, but good job in these challenging times. You know, I'm on the other end of it. It was challenging as well. I'm an assistant professor trying to make this work during this pandemic. And I know that it's the whole spectrum of, but you did it. Nice job, you know, closing this chapter on the journey of life, really. And so I'm looking forward to, you know, just like Doris said, seeing you all soar in your next chapter. And one thing is, you know, as you move on, don't forget, you know, where you came from and the people and the support that helped you get to where you're at. And that's mainly what I wanted to say. And I was walking around in Fred Meyer's today, and I saw this. So I said journey, and that was kind of what I was going to talk about. Was just, I got mosquitoes flying around. There's kids running around here. So I'm sorry. I'm actually in my garage right now. This is my quietest place I can find. But walked around with Fred Meyer's, and I found this rocket. So we couldn't do this if we were in person. So I was trying to think of something fun to do since we're virtual. So I got this rocket named Journey. And so we're gonna light it up right now. I got a launch team ready. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And that's one thing with failures is, something doesn't work out, you go back, you try to figure out what didn't work, and you don't give up, and you just do it again. So we'll give it one shot. We'll see if my launch team can do this. So I'm gonna take the computer, see if this launch team can do it. There you go. Now we got the recovery team now going after it. So anyways, congratulations, graduates. And I look forward to, meeting you in person in the future. So that's all I got.
Thank you so much, Dr. Calhoun. Thank you. Oh my gosh, that was so fun. I was hoping so much that it would work. I was like, come on, please work. Thank you. So next on our agenda, we have Bruce Ervin. He's our graduate speaker, and we're so excited that he said yes, that he would say a few words to our grads and to our audience. So Bruce, I'm going to hand it over to you.
Hi, can you guys hear me okay? Bruce Ervin Shosi, Nabening Tsadide, Shna Betty Didrikson Mosi, Shna Una Helen Mosi, Shna Uta Oscar Jimmy Mosi, Shta John Ervin Mosi, Shta Una Annie Ervin Mosi, Shta Uta Justin Ervin Mosi, Sini. My name is Bruce Ervin. I am from Northway. My mother's name is my grandmother's Helen Jimmy. My grandfather's Oscar Jimmy. My father's name is John Ervin. My grandmother's Annie Ervin. And my grandfather's Justin Ervin. Thank you. I would like to first acknowledge all the Dene of this beautiful land here in Fairbanks and the sacred meeting grounds on Trothieta. Thank you, Doyon Foundation staff, for giving me this chance to speak. During my time at UAF, I was part of the Tribal Management Program and the Department of Alaska Native Studies and Rural Development Program. Today, I am a graduating senior majoring in Alaska Native Studies with a concentration in Alaska Native laws, governance, and politics. When I think about my educational journey, my story began in 1989 when I was 9 years old. My life was about to change forever because my father was moving us from Northway, Alaska to a big urban city of Anchorage. To be honest, I never wanted to leave Northway. After the move was complete and some time was spent in the 4th grade at Airport Heights Elementary School, I came to realize that I was different from the other kids in the class. One day they told me that I had an accent, and to them, I was talking Alaska Native village slang, but to myself, I was talking normal. If you stop and think deeply about this situation and the connection to colonization, you would realize that the kids were the ones who had an accent. Fast forward a few years to the time that I was attending East High School. I started my 9th grade year with all honors classes while being immersed into a whole new social and academic environment. Then 4 days before my 17th birthday, my father died from cancer, and my life changed forever. Not only did I lose my dad, but I also lost my anchor in life. I soon started a downward spiral and dropped out of school. I am so thankful for my mother who never gave up on me. This was one of my darkest times, and I worked different temporary jobs, but I was never happy. I met a wonderful person named Sam in 1998, started a relationship in 1999. This was a major turning point in my life because she helped me to be a better person and work on myself. Today, she is my wife, and we've been together for 21 years. I did not graduate from high school, but I ended up getting my GED in 2002. My wife wanted to finish school at UAF, then the University of New Mexico, where she received her Doctor of Pharmacy. During her time in school, wet my whistle, I worked for Doyon Drilling for almost 8 years. I went from roustabout to motorman, and I was even an assistant driller for the last week on the slope. By that time, my wife was done with school, and I decided that I wanted to return to school and work on a degree in 2014. I started school at the University of Alaska Anchorage and started working on engineering classes. I decided to take some Alaska Native Studies classes, and that was when my interest started to shift and change. My wife and I ended up moving to Fairbanks in 2016, and I transferred to UAF. At UAF, I wanted to be able to return home to the village one day, and through my professor, Dr. Jessica Black, I learned about tribal management. I gained a whole new family in the TM program, and I still connect with them today. I got my certificate in 2017, then my AAS in 2018. I reflected on my life recently and remembered a day that I was at East High School in a class get-together, and they asked us all to raise our hands if we were going to college. I never raised my hand, and I did not think about college at that time. Now I'm 40 years old and graduating from college tomorrow, May 23rd, 2020. I learned much from my Alaska Native classes and professors, and consider Dan's RD not just a degree program, but my family. I learned about my culture and all the other unique and amazing Alaska Native cultures around Alaska. I learned the true history of the first Alaskans and the first Americans. I learned about the boarding schools that my mother was forced to attend, or else they would have taken my Alaska Native grandparents to jail if they didn't let my mother go to Chilocco boarding school. Colonization has affected all of us in one way or another. And the hardest part is that some of us Alaska Native Dene don't even know. I am here today to tell all of you that you come from the toughest, strongest, and most resilient people on this planet. You all have the potential to become whatever your heart desires, but you have to make that one choice, that one leap of faith, step beyond fear, beyond colonization, think past doubt, not be afraid to fail. You have 8 previous generations who made it possible for you to be here today. And it is up to you to make the 8th future generation stronger, healthier, balanced, and able to adapt and succeed like our ancestors before us. Because we are Dene. In closing, I want to thank Doyon Foundation for the support during my journey. It means a lot to me. I want to thank the Creator, our ancestors, our youth, and our elders. I also want to thank all the essential workers for all your hard work, sacrifice, and for being the true heroes during this pandemic. I wish you all the best. I want to thank and congratulate all the graduates of 2020. This is our celebration. We made it. When one of us makes it, we all make it. Sani, thank you.
Dene, Bruce, oh my goodness. I'm gonna clap. Everybody's clapping for you, cousin. Wow, I just have goosebumps. Thank you both, Matthew and Bruce, so much for saying a few words to our viewers and celebrating our wonderful graduates. Like we said, this has been a trying time for everybody in the world, and we want to honor you, Bruce. Congratulations. And we want to honor all of our graduates that have come through the foundation. We're very, very proud of you guys, and we're so honored to be able to support you guys through your educational journey. So there's a couple things before we end. We're going to have the graduates who are online, we're going to have them introduce themselves. And if we have graduates who are watching on Facebook Live, if you could comment, and we've got some people watching the comments, but if you could comment and we'll read what you're doing, where you're graduating from, whatever you want to say, we'll read it here online. But I do want to say that while everybody's watching, our fall scholarship deadline has been extended, and Jenna will talk a little bit more about that. So we just wanted to throw that out there. And I also wanted to thank all of our generous donors that give to the foundation. We have a huge group of alumni that give through Pick, Click, Give, that give back to the foundation every year. We want to give big thanks to Doyon Limited because of a dream that they had 30 years ago. We're able to have doctors on our board. We're able to have graduates like Bruce who are giving back to our Native communities, all of the graduates who are giving back at any level that they're at. So because of Doyon Limited's dreams, some of our ancestors and some of the people who made those decisions were able to provide financial assistance and support to our shareholders. So thank you, Doyon Limited. Thank you to all of our donors. So right now I'm going to turn it over to Jenna, and she'll introduce herself, and then we'll have any graduates that are online here on the Zoom call talk a little bit about themselves and what they're doing.
Program manager here at Foundation. Congratulations to our class of 2020. We're so proud of you. If whoever graduated this spring, can you please introduce yourself, who your parents are, what you graduated with in the school, how has Foundation assisted you, and what is your future plans?
And just remember to unmute yourself, Jenna.
I'm not muted.
I unmuted you.
Oh.
Hey everyone, this is Noah Lovell. Here I am, already forgetting what you wanted us to talk about, but I'll just talk a little bit about myself, I guess. I just graduated from the University of Alaska Fairbanks with my degree in marketing, and I'm super excited about that. I'm going to go on to graduate school with pursuing a Master's of Divinity in Theology and Ministry. And what else? I'm just really thankful for the Doyon Foundation. You guys have helped me every single year. I was able to graduate college debt-free, and that is like a huge, huge accomplishment. And Doyon Foundation was a really, really big part of that. I want to thank my grandma, Lily Evans, because she is a huge light in my life. Man, she's just the best. I'd also like to thank my mom and my dad. And my mom is Sally Lovell. My dad is Patrick Lovell. And my grandmother, Lily Evans, is the only living member of my grandparents. So I'm just really thankful to Doyon Foundation and to everyone who works there. You guys are the best.
I see a few more grads. Who wants to go next?
Hi, my name is Ashley Hicks. I'm originally from Northway. I live in the Copper Center area, and my parents are Elaine Sam Sanford and Joniel Hicks. I'm of the Nisu clan. I just recently graduated with my second degree in Associate of Arts and General Studies. I will be going back this fall to pursue a Bachelor's of Business Management and later on, a master's degree. I do want to say to my mom, my dad, to my creator, Jesus, who has been the provider for me, and my children who have inspired me to be a better person than I was yesterday. And I also want to thank you, Doyon, for the support, and I would have never made it this far without your guys' support. So thank you.
I think we have that online. Fatima, did you want to introduce yourself? I'll just call you out.
Yeah. Hi, my name's Fatima Lord Mancuso. My mother's Rhoda Lord. My father's John Mancuso. Sorry, I'm still working. My family comes from Fort Yukon and from Nenana. And my father's side, he's Italian from the East Coast. I graduated with my bachelor's in civil engineering. And at that time I had the Doyon competitive scholarship, and that helped me then. And then I graduated recently this spring with my master's in science for structural engineering and for materials engineering. And that school was in Massachusetts, so it was kind of far from here. And it's also an Ivy League school, so that was kind of a big deal for me. It took a long time to graduate because I started out as a fully funded student and straight A's, doing well, and then, you know, life happens. So I had to come back to Alaska and take care of my mom. And anyways, it was really great being here because I got to reconnect with my culture, reconnect with my family, even though I was gone out of state for so long for school. So I'm really happy to be back here. And yeah, and I was able to do it long distance, finish it. I didn't think it was going to happen. So, because in that time frame I became a mother and, you know, all this stuff happened. But yeah, so it happened and finally got it done, and I have a job now, and it's going a lot better. And the last few years, Doyon didn't help me because I didn't apply, but TCC did. And if it wasn't for just both organizations, you know, I wouldn't be where I am today. So I want to say thank you. That's all.
Thank you. I see another graduate here. Savanah, did you want to talk a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Just waiting to get called out. My name is Savanah Bonfield. My mother's side is from Nulato. My mother is Shelley Osland. My father is Ken Cease. And my grandmother is Agnes Osland and the late Douglas Osland Sr. I graduated this spring from UAS, University of Alaska Southeast, with a BA in elementary education. I was one of the students that ended up transferring partway through from UAA. Their College of Education had ended up kind of going under, and so I had to finish out at Southeast. But I am very happy that I did, and I really love their program a lot, and so it all ended up working out for the best. So overall, it kind of just took me a little while to get through school. Ended up going through a lot. Also started a family and bought a house and stuff. So just living my life. But it overall is going to make me a better teacher someday. My interests are very much rooted in being a culturally responsive educator, and in that process, I have been needing to reconnect to my own culture. I've been living in Anchorage for some time now, and I'm very far from it feels like I'm very far from my family in Fairbanks. So I think that's really important to maintain that connection to your culture, and Doyon has helped me do that too. So big thanks to Doyon for that. And so my goals are I want to be very focused on meeting the needs of underserved students and just building my experience in the field. I want to get TESOL certification, teaching English to speakers of other languages. And I'm very interested in taking language courses that are available at UAF right now. I'm so happy that the language program has put together such an amazing curriculum for being able to learn that long distance. So I am very happy about doing that this summer, and I'll be able to actually talk to my tsukas when I get back to Fairbanks, which is going to be great. And then, so I want to take language courses, and then I've also applied to the Anchorage School District, and looking forward to some interviews this next week. I'm hoping to work at the Alaska Native Cultural Charter, the charter school that's here in Anchorage. So yep, that's about it. Thank you.
Thank you, Savanah. I'm really excited that you're taking some time to go through those language courses, because they were a blessing to work on, and our team worked really hard on it, and the content creators and the elders that worked on them. And so I'm really happy to hear that you took part in that and that they were helpful to you. So do we have any other grads? I don't want to move on and miss anybody.
Hi, my name is Bridget Charlie. I'm a Hutchinson High School graduate. My plans for after high school is attending the University of Alaska Fairbanks Community Technical College in fall of 2020 to do my 2-year degree in general studies, and then I'll hopefully be going to abroad in Japan to advance my Japanese. I would like to thank my parents and my brother for being there, encouraging me, and being my best friends. I would also like to thank my friends and family for being my cheerleaders throughout these 12 years.
So we'll go ahead and move on. I'm going to go ahead and close our graduation reception. And I just want to say to all the graduates that are watching, all the graduates that are here. So I've got this. I want to say Hunsun Tinte. And my auntie is watching from Northway, my auntie Lorraine. So I hope I said that right. But it means you did great. Hunsun Tinte. And Jenna's holding up hers in her language as well. What does yours mean?
We are happy for you.
Yep. And so congratulations. I'm going to throw my hat for you. Yay!
Congratulations.
There's Jennifer's going to throw hers too. Yep. Yay. We're so, so very proud of you. And please, if you are a grad who's watching and you did not fill out the grad questionnaire, we'd love to honor you. Go to doyonfoundation.com and look for the link to the questionnaire, fill out the information, and we'll include you in our yearbook. So with that, we'll go ahead and close our first ever virtual graduation reception. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Yay! Congratulations.
Thank you all. Sine.